All right, welcome back to CrossCourt Conversations. Today we got a special guest, Alan Moua from Titans. What's up, Alan? How you doing, man?
What's up? Pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. Um, Alan, you want to talk about hopeful encounter real quick for
Oh,
the audience?
yes. All right. So, if you guys haven't heard of Hopeful Encounter, they're a nonprofit organization that started off in Fresno in 2014. And what we do is we try to unite the Southeast Asian youths to be leaders for hope and inspiration across seas. So we try to build them here so we could, hopefully have more leaders in our community. And and then what our goal is, we try to have enough money to build schools in Laos, so help them out over there and everything.
That's and you guys can learn more about it if you guys go to hopefulencounter.org. Okay, so that's hopefulencounter.org. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about it, go support, donate, do whatever. Yeah. So with that being said, man, we'll just head right into the our little program here. So Alan, who made the biggest impact on you as a player growing up?
So there's two people. One, his name is Eric. He's basically my foundation in my journey right now. I started way back when I was a sophomore, and he's just been so patient with me. Yeah. And then the second one is Cal, one of my former teammates. He's the thing that makes me do what I do today. He gets me going.
Okay. Now, when you speak of Eric, is he like a teammate, an older brother, or like just a mentor? Or...
He's a great mentor for me, and he used to be part of Titan. Oh, yeah. So he was basically one of the originals too. And then once we started to grow, and then he was kind enough to let us do our own thing, but he guided us to a lot of places, and he took us everywhere, and he introduced us to better competition.
Man, we heard a couple of stories, right? A lot of these OGs, man, they don't get enough respect because they kind of like lead these young guys, and there's stories of these older guys paying for food, paying for board, paying for like just traveling and stuff like that. There's always these stories. I know that when we were growing up, we had older guys who kind of took care of the younger guys too, because when you're younger, you don't really have a job and stuff, so they kind of like take care of everything. So that's big ups to Eric and the man.
Yeah, he was the man. I mean, he still is the man, but
Can you talk about your early years, like how you got started? Did you play high school or anything like that, college?
Yeah, so basically I've been playing ever since 5th grade, but then Eric, he sort of took me in a little bit during my sophomore year. And then I think that was when we were just going to school, come back home, train, finish homework, and then boom, just go straight to ball. It was about, like 45 days a week. And that was when that was when I started taking it seriously. And I mean, like I said, I was only a sophomore, but he introduced me to like Primetime and Up, and like when they're in their prime, and that's who I was going against the whole time when I was a sophomore. And I wasn't a great player then. I mean, I'm still not a great player yet, but
I don't know about that. I know a lot of people that can vouch that you're a pretty good player. So,
how did you get that?
We have our good days.
How did you get that that swing, man? Is it just natural, or did you kind of emulated someone, or what's up with that swing, man? It's pretty sweet.
Okay, so the swing, I'm always picturing like, man, if you're to take a perfect picture, right? how would it be, you know? And you know, like you work on your arm movement a little bit, and then and you know, there are some days when we were exercise and we'd be super sore, right? And you know, we get lazy, but then those are the days I really bash on it, right? When you don't want to lift your arm anymore, but you have to, you know.
Right.
So when you're not sore anymore, it's natural, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like you're not even using muscles anymore just to bring it up. And sometimes I don't even catch myself like trying to swing, but then it just, like I said, it's just muscle memory, you know?
Okay. You got a pretty good swing, man. It's
anybody teach you that, or because your swing is like pretty picture perfect, man? Like it's like one of a kind, you know? Like it's that swing that you almost want to teach everybody how to swing, but you know how everybody's got a different swing, because your swing is like it's basically like a baseball pitch, you know what I mean? Whereas you're not gonna blow your rotator, you know, you're not swinging away from your body, you're swinging into your body, you know what I mean?
And it seems like no matter how the ball is set or wherever, you always have the same swing. It's always consistent. Like you don't change it at all, too. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it took a lot of research. I mean, first it was like I said, Eric. He just like swing away, and then went to my high school coach, and then he was teaching me a different kind of way to swing, which is, you know, like you want to go down by the side of your body, and then you know, and I was watching, you know, Japan and all those stuff, and they started swinging across their body. So then I just started researching, and then I just learned that, you know, it depends on what kind of set you have for the swing you're gonna get, right? But then, you know, it's like when you go to hit the ball, you have to be in that position every time, right? If not, your swing's all messed up, right? So it's always, I always try to just be in the right spot at the right time, just to have the same swing all the time. So yeah, so getting there is the main point.
So
positioning
footwork,
is key.
Footwork.
Yeah, footwork, positioning, getting it down and consistent for sure.
Why don't you talk about your high school years, man? Like you played high school?
Yeah, so I played high school throughout throughout all my high school years, but you know, I wasn't the tallest player, or we weren't the best high school.
What high school did you go to? Give a shout out to your high school, man.
Oh, Post High School.
Oh.
Home of the Cougars. Yeah, we just had a good competitive bunch of people.
But was there Hmong kids too? Was there Hmong kids playing on those teams too?
Yeah, so it was me and 3 other guys. Tommy, you guys know Tommy that played with us too.
Okay.
What number is he?
And then 2 other.
Okay.
I think he's 15 in our team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the highest jumpers in our team.
Yeah. The lanky kid, right? The kid that swings outside, but he can swing middle also. Yeah. Dang, y'all had a pretty bad squad there.
Yeah, that beast.
That's pretty good squad.
Did you guys go pretty far? Did you guys win anything? Go pretty far? Tournaments or anything like that?
We won a couple tournaments, but then as in league, we took 3rd.
Okay.
You know, my setter CU.
Yeah.
He played for a different high school, and they took 2nd in the league. But then yeah, it was fun playing against each other.
Dang. Because it's so awesome that you guys have all those programs. I think now just in the Midwest, it's very dominant by white kids, because not a lot of Hmong kids play because they're not tall enough, or you know, they don't get enough funding to play club ball. I mean, that's where all the organization comes from. You know, all the school kids, they play club ball, so everybody knows each other. Yeah, but that's very cool, because we talked to Koo. Koo is like, yeah, Bo and Kale, they were all my coaches. I was like, man, that's cool that, you know, there's so, you know, such a big Hmong community where you guys come from, that you guys can have all that, you know what I mean? So
And I could
Yeah.
see some of the experience from high school kind of transfer over.
yeah.
I was looking at some of your videos, and you play kind of like a veteran. And my brother mentioned how young you were. I was like, man, this kid is not this young. Holy cow! I mean, you play like a old school dude already. Like your game is like really mature. You know.
Can you talk about the
Thank you.
You can talk about the benefits of playing high school. Did you play in other sport too?
No, I'm not competitively, but then competitively it was only volleyball.
Okay. Can you talk about the benefits of playing high school volleyball and how that helped you, like, you know, transition into Hmong volleyball and being you know, a great player as you are?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think Hmong volleyball actually brought my game to a higher level than high school volleyball. But then I enjoyed and appreciated high school volleyball because of the experience, right? They take you to see all these different kind of competitions, and sometimes you see really good people, and sometimes you see like not so great people, and I think that's the good part about high school, because you're playing against people your level. Yeah, and then if you want to compare for motivation, you can too,
Yeah.
and it just teaches us to be disciplined. That's
Yeah.
what I like about high school volleyball.
Yeah, because you transitioned from Hmong volleyball. I mean, from high school to Hmong volleyball. You play with your age group, and then you go to Hmong volleyball. You play with a bunch of grown ass dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and they're trying to make you look silly out there. You know what I mean? Like, they're not trying to give up their mantle yet. You know? Yeah. I've been in that position, man. It's not. Yeah. It's not easy, man. You know? Especially when
it's
you
not.
play against guys like you said, like Primetime in their prime. You know what I mean? That's one of the greatest teams to ever be assembled. You know, when when you were coming up, was there a player that you kind of looked up to, or like mirrored your game after, or what?
There was three people.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the first one was Blanc. You guys know Blanc, the beast.
Oh, yeah. From Raven.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sorry. Yeah. I just saw him play. I mean, like I said, it was on my sophomore year, and I knew like little to nothing about volleyball. But man, this guy just came out like swinging every time, and like there was no soft spot.
Yeah. No bad set. He's always gonna swing.
Yeah.
It.
When he's up there, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, this guy swings at the ball like he has all the muscles in the world. So I sort of try to mirror him on the offensively.
Yeah.
And then the second person I try to mirror is Lan Kale from Raven, the lefty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this guy's so smart. I got to learn how he plays, So as I watched him play a little bit, I understood that it's not just all about power and because Blanc's all about power, you know what I mean? And then I look at this guy, it's like a different playing style. So I'm
finesse.
Like, yeah. So I sort of try to fuse them together to be myself, to be a better version of myself. Yeah. And the third player is CU.
CU?
Yeah.
Your teammate?
Yeah, my setter. He's a defense specialist. So I'm like, man, this guy's so good at defense. I gotta copy his defense, So I try to put those three together and then make me for who I am today,
Okay. God damn, that's a high level volleyball players right there.
You just gotta be a student to the game.
Yeah,
you just gotta soak everything in and
it's true, man.
Try to get everything you can. And now I'm looking at a higher level now, right? Like Olympics, right? Like Yuji Nishishita, you guys know who that is?
No.
The lefty from Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm watching him like, okay,
Now you want to get at
This
that
guy's a
level.
whole different level. Yeah. So I'm trying to get to that level, but I don't think I can. But let me try.
Yeah, that guy is pretty. He's pretty beastly. He's like all buff and everything too. Man,
Yeah.
his serves are like crazy. I
Yeah,
seen that one
for
clip
real.
where he was playing with Canada, and I think they were down or something like that. And he must have served like 6 straight aces, like not aces like it hit the ground, aces like it hit a person because he couldn't get out the way because it was so fast.
Yeah. Give him an eye.
Yeah.
That kid could jump. He's not that tall, right? He's only like 6 foot.
Yeah, I think he's like
It seems like he's
6'1",
on-
6'2".
Yeah.
He can get up there.
Yeah, 6'1", 6'2", I think.
Yeah. How tall are you, Alan?
I am 5'8", paper.
5'8", man. That dude, that's a giant in Hmong terms.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so.
Do you have any training regimen that you do throughout the course of the year to keep you going and strong and anything?
Yeah, so I train with this correctional officer.
Okay.
He's played a really important role in my life, and he trains us. I mean, physically, obviously, but I think he trains us more in mentality.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, it's all body weight. I would encourage body weight too, because especially if you want to keep playing for a long time without any injuries. I mean, minimal weights is fine, but it's a lot of body weight trainings, in stadiums, and yeah, just I mean, just you gotta train harder than how you play. That's how it is. You know?
Why don't you go through a session?
Some people they don't. Session? Okay. So one session. So first we'll start off like we'll run like a mile, and then we'll run 4 stadiums at our local stadium, and that would only be warm up.
What does that mean? Stadiums?
Run up the stairs.
Stadiums. So
stairs.
Yeah, running stairs.
Okay.
So like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, it would be like, let's say 100 burpees within like 15 minutes, and then after that we'll do like 100 squats within like 5 minutes, and and then all of a sudden abs for like 100 abs within like 10 minutes, and then after that, then we have to do like bear crawls up the stadium, down again, and it would be like a 3 to 4 hour workout. You know what I'm talking about?
Dang, yeah.
And this is year round. So you do this year round?
I used to.
Okay.
It used to be once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you're out here doing all this stuff.
He's just whooping your ass. He's just kicking your ass every training session. Yeah. That's funny because I'm trying to train a group of young kids here. I'm trying to get them out to do, some sprints and stairs, you know what I mean? And they're kind of reluctant to do it. And I hope, them just hearing you would motivate them to be like, oh, shoot, this old mofo is not really, just messing with us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because back in my playing days, I mean, I did a lot of sprints and like you said, a lot of body weight training, a lot of stairs, like I was telling my son, I was like, man, I used to run 2 miles to the stairs, do like 10, 15 stairs, run 2 miles back, and that was my warm up,
Yeah.
Because it's kind of funny that you are mentioning that, because now I can be like, hey, look, y'all know Alan, because he's a current player, you know what I mean? Because there's no videos of me, I'm way too old, So you guys seen videos of Alan? Hey, he's doing stairs, he's doing burpees, doing all these regular stuff that I'm telling you guys to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the preparation it's very valuable, but it's never talked about. We always talk about the in-game stuff and when it really happens, but what really happens is behind the scene all the time. And just you telling the CrossCourt fans or whoever's listening, just the work you put in, and hopefully it will motivate some of the kids out there to, you know, not lay down
You,
and prepare themselves every single day.
you telling me
Yeah.
all the Cali kids are doing what you're doing? If not, if we're doing more, then Midwest kids are way behind. 'Cause they find, they'll find beer. They'll find beer before they find training, man.
Yeah.
so, so hopefully this will, you know, kind of wake a lot of people up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
would-
think the main thing is just to train harder than you play. Because, like I said, you know, people would tend to come play and they would try really hard, and then they get themselves injured because they don't train as hard as that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So train hard, and then when you come play, it's like 10% of what you usually do. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
and you still, hopefully, you still do good. You still work hard.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember when I was training really hard, I used to study like boxers. You know what I mean? I used to study their way of their breathing and how they, you know, they can fight for 12 rounds or all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Dang.
And like I
Yeah.
said, man, these kids are just like, man, we'll just go to the park and play. I was like, man, dude, yeah, only if you guys do. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know,
Mhm.
hopefully if you know, having you say that, you know, having a current player that they kind of look up to, hopefully it'll translate and have them be like, oh shoot, maybe I should go. Yeah, maybe I should go do some stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember your first Hmong volleyball tournament or your first game? You want to describe it?
Yeah. Okay. The very first game in the tournament was with Bo and Eric and
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys know Yang Kong.
Mhm.
Oh, but then you know, we're all in this. We just it was what do you call it? It's like a pickup team.
Okay.
So then good thing they were willing to pick me up. I was only a sophomore by then. But then we took second. We took second at the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my very first one. And then
Is that in Fresno or
we had
what was
to.
that?
Yeah, it was in Fresno.
Okay.
So we had to beat Primetime. We had to beat Impact, and then we lost to the NC brothers.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah. That's when they were in their prime too, huh?
Yeah.
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 Were you kind of on their radar already when you got recruited, or was it just kind
for
of like
bowling them?
random? Yeah, in that tournament, were you kind of did they kind of see you playing at the park and like, oh, this kid, he's all right? Did that happen?
Yeah. So it was my sophomore year, and then I think I was about a couple months in playing, and that's when, like I said, Eric and Bo and them saw me, and then they were just really helping me out. And then, but then there's some players like, oh my gosh, get this guy out of the court, man. We're playing for money, and this guy's making a salute. Yeah.
Did that kind of motivate you too when they kind of like put you down like that? Did you find some motivation in that?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really discouraged from it, but I was always finding ways to be better. You know what I mean? Like I would get six pack like 6 out of 7 times, but that 7th time I didn't get six pack. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting there. You know? So yeah.
Did you grow up watching Bo and them and those guys play?
I think I was introduced to them during my sophomore year. That's when I met everyone, and yeah, I mean, I watched these players play, and man, like I said, they're at a different level from where I was at that time.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, there's a benefit to watching those type of players play. You know what I mean? Like those guys are, in my eyes, they're legends. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know if they made an impact on you. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Well, I believe that, you know, in order to be good, you have to surround yourself with winners, you know, especially at such a young age where you want to be really good. And then if you surround yourself with winners, man, you're going to find ways that you never could at the same level, you know? And you know, that was when I was introduced to cut, right? Like when you cut the ball, I had no clue what that is. That's how I kept getting six pack, right? I'm reading them differently, and all of a sudden, like next week, I'm adjusting and adjusting because people at my level won't do that. You know, at that age, they won't do that. And then, so as we learn as players, you know, or as a student to the game, you just start to develop them, and the next thing you know, you start adapting with them, and then yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, but you just gotta be consistent, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe at a young of an age you have that mindset where you thought about surrounding yourself with like winners already. I mean, not a lot of young people at that age really think like that, man. That's
Yeah. A lot of young kids, they're just thinking about, you know, their reps and their sets that they're getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you didn't mind being like,
I mean, I wasn't always like this.
like you didn't mind just waiting your turn patiently and just soaking everything in and kind of waiting your turn. So.
Well, I mean, like I was saying, I wasn't always like this, but it's because of Eric. You know, my foundation. He's just hey, be open minded. You know, take this loss not too hard, and when we're sitting out, you know, a lot of players would just sit down and talk and chit chat, but then he would always be like, hey, let's go running. Hey, let's pepper. Let's get your contact down. All these stuff. So the moment I was off the court, I was working. While people are sitting down, I'm working. And once I'm back in the court, I'm still working, you know. But people are still sitting outside and watching us play.
Did you like that, or were you like, oh my God, here we go again?
Oh, I mean, if I was playing with people at my level, yeah, I would be like, oh, you know, like we're beating these guys, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, oh, I gotta get up there. I have to do this. I have in order for me to do better in the next game, and you know, like not be a burden to everyone. I have to get this down. I have to get better, and then I just had to adjust to the people around me. Yeah.
Right.
So, what year was that when you first started that first tournament? Do you know?
2010, I believe.
Okay, dang. Yeah, but 2010, I was out the door already.
2010, I already had a kid and a family and everything already.
I was on my way out the door already. God damn. And then what led you guys to forming Titans? Like after that, what happened?
Well, it was the second person I was telling you guys about in the very beginning, Cal.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how he trained or what he did, but man, he was always better than me, and well, better than all of our team, all the members in our team. And then he was just like, "Yeah, let's play." And we're just like, "Well, we're all separated, right? Like we used to go to the same school." Oh yeah, Titans. We're just a bunch of friends from elementary school.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
is that how that
and
is?
then we
too?
separated. Yeah. So we knew each other from basically first grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we separated in middle school. And that's when everyone started getting different experience of volleyball, right? I went to this side of town, and some of them stayed in the hometown, and then all of a sudden, hey, let's play. And then we got back together, and then all of a sudden we're like, hey, we're actually not bad. Yeah.
So
yeah, and then actually the name.
Oh, I was just saying that's crazy how all you guys were just buddies and stuff. It's just, but go ahead.
Oh yeah. So actually the name Titan. So it's no S. Titan no S. So whoever's listening, Titan no S. It's because of a cow. He decided that name for us. It meant hideous creatures with powerful energy, or something like that. Small creatures with powerful energy. Hideous people. Yeah. So we're like, okay.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with it.
Yeah. Ever since then, man, that was the name.
Okay, no
how
S.
did that-
No
Put that jersey
S.
on my
Y'all
back,
heard, y'all heard it here. No S. Titan. She's like
No
Raven,
S.
right? She's like Raven. People say Ravens, but it's not. It's no S. Raven.
Yeah.
Can you talk about
Yeah.
like? I mean, you talked about it a little bit. You know how you guys were, elementary friends and whatnot. But like a lot of teams I see nowadays, they'll commit to each other, and then like once they see that, hey, we're not winning or we're losing, and then they kind of just disperse. Like, can you talk about how Titan can like with Titan, how you guys are successful, but then again, you guys aren't, like you guys would lose here and there. Like can you talk about how you guys kept it together for this long?
Yeah. So, we were all buddies and everything, and I think what we did well was understanding each other and accepting constructive criticism. Yeah, I mean, even though there's a lot of people that taught us what to do, we were able to see each other and be like, hey, like you could have got that ball, and they'd be like, oh yeah, but this thing, this and that is like, no, you got to get it. I seen you do it before, and be like, okay, and then because we care about each other, so yeah, that was one of the big things that we had, and so with that we also understood each other. So when someone would do something amazing, like, oh, and now we gotta step up, like,
Yeah.
see, you just got that dig out the 10-foot. It's a messy step, but we gotta put it down right now, and
Yeah.
that's what we did. So the moment someone stepped up, everyone just boom stepped up, and yeah, I think that's one thing that kept us together for a little bit, and then another thing is what you said, how people diverse and they split their own ways. I think it's because we were patient with each other. And for me as a player, I believe that everyone has that inside of them, they have that competitiveness, they have that motivation, that drive. It's just that sometimes, life hits them a little bit, or like they just don't feel like playing that day, so we just try our best to understand, but when it's time to go, we try to bring that out of them again, so yeah, that's another thing that
I think that's one of
that
the
made us.
benefit of you guys kind of growing up, where you guys kind of understand each other's family and what gets everyone going. How to pick up another guy when he's down and out. I think just you guys just growing up together, it kind of helped out too. Just understanding each other, where each other came from.
Yeah, and I think one of the most important things too, like I was saying about accepting constructive criticism from your teammates. And your teammates want us to get better, like hands down.
Right.
And like sometimes you gotta understand, if you can't take constructive criticism, and that means you can't handle the opponent, because the opponent is trying to get in your head. If your teammates are getting your head already, then no doubt your opponent's gonna get into your head, and you just gonna throw the game some way somehow, So
Has it ever gotten heated with you guys?
oh yeah, all the time.
Stories, come on, give us some funny stories,
Give us some dirt.
some dirt.
Yeah.
Name drop.
There was a couple of players that
But
I think there, like some of us would go through this intense training, and some of them will like not go to it, and then next thing you know, like there's like a handful of us like fighting, and there's this one player just like, it's okay if we lose, and we're like, no, so after the game it just got heated, and then some people would be like, oh man, like you gotta start your life, man, this isn't even life no more, and we're just like, man, that's not what it's about right now, right now is right now, and then just like dude, we understand each other, like, dude, this has got to a point where like we've been training this hard, and you don't understand like us being sore, waking up every day, wondering why we even do this.
Yeah.
And then here comes someone along the way, just like, I've been living the good life, and
You think
I don't know
of a
about
way
y'all,
out.
but Yeah. Why you guys so serious about this? We're just like, oh. So yeah, it got pretty heated. So I mean, it wasn't always perfect. So
Yeah.
I think that's what makes us strong, though.
Mm-hmm.
And now that person has become. Now the person is like one of my most respected player that always pulls through now. Yeah.
What what's the J4 to you guys, man? Because I know us in the
J4?
Midwest here, J4 is kind of like our Super Bowl. But after talking with like to Ku and like Afu and them, J4 to them is kind of different from our perspective. Yeah, so how can you explain like how J4 is to you guys, or at least you?
Well, for me, I mean, I think I speak for most of my teammates too. It was a serious thing. It was more than the prize money. It was more than our team in general. So it was more of being what we could be at our best. And if we're gonna be our best and get it out there, J4 was the place to do it. It was the stage.
And you guys had to come out there and represent Cali, right?
Yeah. So we had a lot to carry when we went there, and we had to we always wanted to execute and have a name for ourselves.
Can you talk about?
Yeah. So I mean, it is like.
Go ahead.
Oh no! I was just referencing Ku and them, how they made it feel like the Super Bowl, the Olympics. Yeah, that's how it was for us, or for me at least.
I think the first time, I think I've seen you play like on YouTube and whatnot, but the first time I seen you at July 4th was when you were playing with Bo and Ty and those guys. Was that your first year there?
Yeah, that was my first year there.
Okay. Yeah, you look kind of nervous yet that year.
I was a little bit, yeah. But then, man, I was so ready to play though.
Yeah, you were game, huh?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little about the? Can you talk a little about the Titans preparation when they come to the J4 Minnesota? How do you guys come a week in advance, or you guys show up on the day of, or what's the preparation with that?
Hello?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Okay. Did you hear my question?
Okay, wait. You guys are getting broken up again. You guys are. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now? I kind of just asked, how do you guys prepare to come to Minnesota July 4th, the tournament? Yeah. Can you hear me? No, you're kind of breaking in and out. Let's see. All right.
Shit on our side.
Yeah. You good now, Alan? I don't think Alan can hear us. You good, Alan? I think I don't think he can hear us. What's up, Alan? Can you see us? Oh, he can't. Can you hear? Yeah. Let's chat.
Can you see us either?
I think he's kind of waiting.
Did he get kicked out? Is it on his side or is it our side?
Are you guys there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Technical difficulties. What's up, Alan? Chat.
Oh, must have got.
He left. I think he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
So, kid got a lethal swing, man. He got that snap down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I remember his first year he came to play. Then he played with Bo from Legends.
Yeah.
Bo and his brother Totai. And I think they lost to Midwest, I think.
Okay.
Um, here he is. Yeah, they lost
So,
to
Alan,
Midwest,
yeah.
but I think the first, I don't know if I think, and then the next time I saw him, he was with um what you call it, Primetime.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
not
that?
Primetime.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the year he played with them, huh?
I'm not, yeah, the year he played with him, I think the year after that he came back with Primetime, and then
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he was in his prime in that one. He was
Yeah.
killing everybody, walking through everyone.
Alan,
All right, sorry
all
guys.
right, cool.
No, that's cool.
There's two of you right here. I'm gonna.
I'll
Can you
remove
give? Okay. So, Alan, I'll just ask you a question. How do you guys prepare to come to Minnesota? I mean, do you guys come a week in advance? Do you guys make reservation ahead of time, or do you guys just come like during the day of, or how do you guys prepare as a team?
Usually we prepare about right after Hmong New Year's in Fresno. So
Yeah.
after December.
Okay.
it. Dang.
And that's when we make the decision, and then we get our tickets by then.
Mm.
And then we have like a whole 6.5 months to train.
Oh wow, that's a commitment, man. A lot of stuff
Yeah.
can happen in 6 months, man. You guys can get into a fight and not be friends anymore. You still gotta show up.
You can pick up
Oh,
a
yeah.
drinking habit and everything. You know, you just
Yeah.
know that.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know that's part of being a team, you know, like you just gotta hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
You know, in Midwest here, it's like the day of is like, oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we're so trash when we go up there.
No, I mean, I don't blame you guys, because that's almost how the Fresno New Year's is for us too, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, we just play, and then all of a sudden the week comes. Do you guys really want to play? Like, yeah, we've been playing this long, so might as well. And then boom, we get in.
So if I can recall correctly, so you play with Bo and them, and then I think the next time I saw you was with Primetime, right? Or was it, right?
Yeah, prime time after that.
Yeah. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about that year? Because you were that dude, man.
Well, that year, I took it pretty serious. I remember, I mean, getting there, we got there a week earlier, and then almost every day, I would wake up early in the morning and, you know, put on some music on, put the headphones on, and then everyone's still sleeping, and I would get up, stretch, and then, you know, just have my mind in the game and what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, that would be my mornings ever since once we got to Minnesota. Just wake up with the right mindset and make sure your muscles not too tight. And yeah, like I mentally had to put myself in a spot where game point ball, right? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna chicken out, or am I gonna do what I came here to do? You know? And that was like the whole time in my head, like going the not. I came too far. I had to remind myself like why I was there, and what I'm trying to do, and what my purpose was. You know?
Wow.
And yeah, I think that was my mindset for that J4th.
You're kind of wise beyond your years, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sometimes
I think
you know what, that mental
I can't hear you
game.
guys right now.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Sometimes that mental game plays a lot
Can
into
you guys
what
hear me?
you
Yeah,
believe too. Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Let's see.
You can hear us.
You good?
I don't think he can hear us. But as he's trying to do this, the mental game sometimes it's
No, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Why is that?
Okay, let me let me relog in
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, because I I remember that year when he came with Primetime, he was like, he was that dude, man. Like nobody could stop him.
Yeah.
But
And you know, sometimes with these young guys, like it's like when they're young, they're just fearless. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They come and they
yeah.
just ball out.
Yeah.
You know. And he was talking about the mental game where it's not talked about. Like we always talk about like the physical stuff, like the training,
Yeah.
the muscles, and all this kind of stuff. And he was
Yeah.
kind of talking about just self-talking, and he was talking a little bit about, you know, some of the doubts that he may have to coming out all the way here. Am I good enough? And just, you know, talking yourself into it, which is a very underrated
Yeah,
aspect.
he's very wise beyond his years, you know, like that's something, you know, that I used to do at, you know,
Right.
at his age too.
Mhm.
But, you know, I never knew. I thought I was just like crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cause you just got to get yourself hyped up, like, cause you don't
Yeah.
want to choke, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, he's very, you know, wise beyond
Yeah.
his years. Cause at that time he was like young, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how old he was, but we can ask him here. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's
All right.
very, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I,
Had to get
I
on
was
the phone.
I was just saying you're very kind of you're wise beyond your years. How old were you when you came with Primetime?
2014. So I was about 19.
Dang.
19.
You
Yeah.
little baby. You're a little baby. Although when I was 19, yeah, that was I had some good years too when I was 19. You can ask Cool about it.
We're just talking about your mental game, man. How underrated the mindset. You got to be in a good mindset as a competitor, right? There's always some doubt. You know, honestly, when you're a competitor, you always have some doubts because there's someone who's always better than you. But you got to kind of get locked in and, you know, just kind of talk yourself into it, kind of like what you've done. And I think that's very underrated. I think everyone kind of they do talk themselves into doing their best, but I don't think it's talked about enough. And I think it's a very important. It's just as important as your physical training. Your mental training has to be there too.
Yeah.
So that's.
I agree.
I'm glad that you share that.
Can you talk a little bit about going into the finals? Were you kind of nervous or you knew you were ready or what?
Oh yeah. I mean I was ready. I would like to say I was ready.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's probably because I faced bigger opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And I know with this team beside me, you know, like it's locked up, you know.
Yeah.
The only way we can lose is if we lose to ourselves,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, I mean we already came too far and this is it.
Yeah.
So
because that year you guys played Ghost Shadow, right?
yeah.
And you guys beat a pretty stacked team. You guys played Corey with Yiling and Huaba, right? And you guys beat them pretty good actually. I think you guys won 3 games, but you guys I think when you guys won it was pretty. I think it was pretty known that you guys were the better team.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you guys went in, did you guys lose the first game?
Yeah, we lost the first set. Yeah.
How was that? How was that in the huddle? Did you get yelled at?
I was pissed. I was like, I was so mad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, we gotta step up right now. You know, this isn't the team that I knew. You know, like now's a chance to show them who we really are, right? And we didn't come all this way for no reason. And I was like, come on, you guys are prime time. You know, like it's time to show off your jerseys and have some swag on you. Man, because back where I came from, man, prime time was like Team Cali, right? You want to play in that team, you know? So you know, like obviously we get shaken a little bit, and you know, that was like my mentality the whole time. Like, no, I ain't losing this. You know?
Yeah.
I just can't. Like the way we train, and the way we've been brought here, is just we just got to fight everything what we have now. You know.
Yeah, you guys answered the call. I mean, you guys beat them pretty handily after that. You know, how was it? How was that feeling like when you guys were about to win? Like, were you like very anxious, or were you still zone in, or what?
I was pretty zoned in still. Yeah.
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 When did it finally like set in? Like, oh man, we just won. You know,
At the clubs when they were drinking the bottles.
At the club.
Nah. Wait, did you guys celebrate at all afterwards and all that kind of stuff? That's the good part, right?
We celebrated. We went to Bo's house and we talked about our games, and I mean, but I didn't drink though. I think that was the year I was like strict on training, no drinking, no nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, but I think the mentality played a big part because against Midwest, I tweaked my neck. So I couldn't turn left anymore after that game. But then I was just like, man, it's either I could make excuses right now, or I just gotta own it and like just do whatever you can.
Oh, for real? Dang.
Yeah,
dude, that's the untold story.
So I think it was when
you were talking shit, weren't you?
I think it was when Curry hit it, and it was so fast that I turned left, and then all of a sudden like it got stiff, and
can't turn back.
So I'm like this now. Yeah.
Dang, y'all hear that? He dominated without turning left. He's like freaking Zoolander, dude.
You gotta go look at those videos again, man. I didn't know that you tweaked your neck, man.
Oh yeah, you'll see a little bit in there.
Yeah.
I remember there's one where Corey hit it and Koo dug it up. I blocked him. Like, I'm gonna try and look up, and I spun around and I missed it. I'm like, oh my god.
I do kind of now that you mention it, I do remember kind of you favoring that left side. Yeah.
Did you tell anybody about it? Did anybody know, or you kind of just kept it to yourself?
I think the only one that knew was Koo, the setter.
Yeah. Okay.
That? Did you tell him, or he just knew that something was wrong?
No, I had to tell him, like, dang, dude, that was such a good up, but I can't turn left right now. And he goes, what? So he's like, okay, I'll give you inside sets, So if it passes me, I don't have to turn. So okay, so inside sets.
This is true though. Yeah. No, you guys were running that little lob inside. You were just coming in and crushing it. Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man, that's
on a broken neck, spinal, like Tyson said, spinal.
What? Because I think after that you came back. I think the next time I noticed you was you came back with your own squad, right? Yeah. What was the difference?
I think I don't know. I mean, competition wise, I just enjoyed being around that environment. Like I feel like with Primetime, like I told you guys, I'm surrounded by winners. So it was expected. But then now I was surrounded by people who can relate, and we had a bigger purpose than just our team. So yeah. So I think I like that. I just enjoyed that vibe, and we knew each other. Yeah, we always knew how to adjust. We knew each other's weak points and what we had to cover to make it strong.
Yeah, I think I honestly think that if you guys were the only Cali team here, you guys probably would have won one of those years at least. Because a couple of those years, you guys lost to like Team Cali or something like that, right?
The only team.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think if you guys were the only Cali teams here, you guys would have. I think you guys would have won handily, because you guys. I think you guys proved that you guys were better than any Midwest team here. I can say that. You don't have to say it, but I'll say it for you. You know, Titans was just, you know, head and shoulders above any Midwest team here. You know what I mean? Like the only teams that they lost it was Team Cali, right? If I can remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, that's
yeah, but you know, J4s wouldn't be J4 without those teams.
Right. Yeah. Um, what would you say it like up to right now, like what your most memorable win in HVB, like Hmong Volleyball?
I think my most memorable one was against Primetime.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like, this dude's gonna say we beat Primetime this one time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Come and you beat them in Minnesota. Is that what happened?
No, it was in Sacramento actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember as we grew up, we would every tournament we went to, we would go against Primetime, like very first game or like the second game, whatever. But we were always like, dang, Primetime again, you know? But we didn't come out shy though. We came out like, yes, it's our opportunity to take down the giant first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have this opportunity to take them down first. But then obviously, you know, they came out on top like almost 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And then that ninth time we went to Sacramento, we were playing them for finals. My gosh! And if you guys know Primetime, you know they play their game and then they adjust accordingly, right? Like they would go different positions, and that's why I love playing against them, right? So it's a constant battle of adjusting, right?
Yeah.
It's like a chess game. So once they make a move, boom, we bounce back and we follow it up, and all of a sudden now they have to make another move, and boom, we come back twice as hard, and now that's what made us better too, you know, like having that mentality during the game, and once we won, we're just like, finally. Finally.
That monkey, right? That monkey, you just get off.
We're only seniors too in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're just like, oh, finally, you know, and we're so happy.
That's like beating your idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that's like beating your big brother or something like that.
Right? Yeah. Shout out to one of my teammates too, you know, Tommy Herr.
Yeah.
Man, he was on fire, man.
He's beast, yeah.
He put it up and he would just overtop every time.
Because I think I've seen videos of you in your younger days. You were hitting right side, right?
Yeah, right side.
Okay. Was that your first position?
Yeah, first when I was playing with Bonham, that was my first position.
Okay.
You know, less responsibility. All you got to do is block and swing. You know?
Yeah, swing away, right?
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about what you learned, like from your experience from playing for Primetime, and how you carried that experience, and then kind of carried it over to your own team, Titan?
Well, you mean like after J4th?
Yeah.
Well, during that time, we're pretty well developed. So, I mean, we had a lot of good mentors, you know, like Aku and Sean, and they were just like on top of it, teaching us, and you know, up to Blanc and John, the brothers, and you know, we also got Raven and them like bashing on us what to do, and when they're outside the court, I mean, they were just like all family and love, and they saw that we had potential. So we've gathered a lot of experience from them. So when I came back from Primetime to play with them, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we were. I want to say we were like on the same level, but I think we had a sense of what to do. It's just that we weren't able to execute it yet. Yeah, I think that was the difference between Primetime and our team. But then the thing about our team is, you know, like we're more fearless. Like we're not scared to run plays or like set back row when it gets hard, you know. Yeah, I think that's the difference between us and Primetime. Primetime, they like to play conservative and safe, but they're just like, we're gonna do it if it works, but it works, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do notice that too. Primetime, they play like a, it's like a highest percentage. Like this is the highest percentage, so we'll just stick with that. And then you guys are more like, let's just run plays and then get each other going. And yeah. All right, we're gonna do some quick hitters here. We're winding down here. You ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right. 5 players or teams that gave you the most trouble.
All right. You already know. Team number 1, Team Cali.
Yeah.
And then
What was
squad.
it? What was it though? Like, cause you guys were like right there, especially when you guys had Koo and Brandon play with you guys. You guys like right there, and then you.
Yeah. I think it was more of a mental game for me.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, that year was probably the year that I started slowing down too, and which wasn't good. But then, I mean, Team Cali, they had everything, you know. The only thing, they had basically everything, like the blockers and the powerhouse and all those good stuff. And I don't know. I think it was just a mental game against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2?
Well, squad. They're basically the same team.
Yeah. Okay. But back in West Coast, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then 3 is Primetime. Yeah. And then 4th is Raven.
Yeah.
And then
Legendary
5th,
team.
yeah. And then 5th is A team.
Yeah, they're coming up yet.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're still together.
Oh man, that's scary.
Yeah.
Are you guys still battling them, or yeah?
Yeah, it's all the time, constant battle against them.
Jeez. Dang, you guys got a lot of talent.
There is a lot of talent in California. Holy cow, you guys always like California always come to Minnesota nowadays and kind of dominate the tournament.
Yeah.
There's always teams there.
And it's only a matter of time until Midwest catches up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have great leaders now, so
hopefully.
What about 5 players, past and present, that you would love to play with?
Oh, so number 1 is my teammate, Cal.
Yep.
And then
You never got
2,
a chance to play with him?
I did, but then yeah.
In your prime though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Eric. I wish I could have played with him a little longer.
Yeah.
And then Mingo from Primetime.
Okay.
Afu.
Ooh.
And KO.
That's a pretty good list, man.
KO from where?
From I think he's in Wisconsin now, right?
Oh, KO from okay, from like Zero Gravity and KO.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's a beast too. Shoot. Y'all got all these crazy ass players, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of talent.
Are you comfortable doing this? I know you started as a right side hitter, so I put this one in. Top 5 right side hitters. Your list. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy.
Top 5, huh?
I'm not gonna go back and edit this, okay? So be careful.
I think as of right now, one of the top 5 right now is Tony Zhang from obviously from
your teammate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him. Dang. Oh, KO Lan.
Okay.
I guess they're tied for first. I don't know. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. Let's see. Zach Gaston. He's he's played with Critical.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure he still does. But yeah, he's a good right side hitter.
What's his name?
Zach, Z-A-K.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Was that lefty?
yeah, the lefty.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I mean, I'm only talking about the people I played against.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
else,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Bob Hall would have been one of them. You know? Oh yeah, the lefty guy from Represent. I forgot his name.
Feng.
Yeah. That guy. Respect to him. And is that 4?
Yep, that's 4.
And 5th one. QC. QC from Critical.
Okay. That's the other lefty, right?
Yeah, that's the other lefty.
Yeah, the Hmong lefty, right?
Yeah.
You start a whole squad with those guys right there, man. you just put the setter on the other side. Right? You just play the opposite side. Dude, that'd be like that'd be dope as heck.
I mean, there's so much more I want to say, but
yeah.
Dang, I just can't think of it right now too.
That's a lot, man. All right, man. So we play a little game here. You'll be the coach. You get to start one, bench one, and then cut one. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go with from Team Cali, Efran, right? The Hispanic fellow. And then we'll go with was it Chusi, right? From Critical.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go with Tony, your teammate.
Tony?
Yeah. So you gotta start one, bench one, and you gotta cut one.
Dang. I think I would start Chusi.
Okay.
Ooh. And then I would have to cut Ifran. Because I don't think we can't just set him. I don't know. And then Tony will be benched.
Yeah. Can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong with any combination, man. Because I know that Efrain guy. He's pretty beastly too.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there. I don't think I've only seen him play with Team Cali. I don't think he's their main player, but he's definitely their go-to guy, though. You know what I mean? Like
he can be their main player.
Yeah. But I know definitely he's their go-to guy. Like if they need a side out, they're gonna go to that guy, and that's crazy, man. Yeah, that guy's a beast, and those 2 others are beastly too. I mean, I'll take any of those guys. So we're winding down here. So how has your success in Hmong Volleyball like helped you in your personal life?
Oh man, honestly, it made me who I am today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen me play a couple of times. It would seem like I'm always constantly hitting the ball, no matter what set it is. And I sort of learned like that's how life is, right? Sometimes when they set you don't get the perfect set. Sometimes too high, sometimes too low, sometimes too far out. And that's how life is, right? They throw things at you, and and it just depends how you approach it, right? That's why we call it our approach. You got to approach the ball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you can, right? So that's, you know, that's brought me pretty far in my mentality about volleyball. And, you know, for example, right, if the opponent is serving, you know, sometimes you can't do anything. The only thing you can do is wait now until the service comes to your side. In life, sometimes you just have to be patient, you know, because they haven't served the ball yet. So, yeah. And, you know, obviously people will come and go. Some will be with you for a season. Some will be with you until the end of the game only, or they become like on and off the court lifetime people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's some deep insight there, man. How old are you again? You sure you're not 53 or something?
Yeah. You sure? Dude, you sure you ain't my dad? You sure you ain't my dad, dude?
That's some deep insight, man. Never really thought about it like that, like the approach and just being patient, waiting for the serve to come to you and then reacting to it. That's some really deep insight, man.
No, it's a definite, you know, definite metaphor for life, man.
I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah. We'll steal that from you. All right.
That's good stuff, Alan.
What about any advice for any up and comer, whether it be technique or training methods or, you know, wisdom or anything?
I would say,
I mean, you already gave a whole bunch, but give another one.
I think in general, just be a student to the game. I know a lot of people they just want to hit, or, you know, just set the whole time. But so what I always like to say is, you want to be a player internationally, not just in one community, you know. So yeah, if you could jump like 10 feet high and you can hit the ball 10 foot, but you can't pass, that's not volleyball, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's offense, but if in order to be a complete volleyball player, like, just learn about defense. If you suck at defense, then go out there and play defense the whole week, until you get frustrated, until you hate losing, because you know you can do better, right? Like, you want to go hit because that's your specialty, but you're losing because you're playing defense, you know. And there's gonna be, like I said, you know, in life, right? Sometimes you just gotta learn how to do something to be good in that spot first, in order for you to go front row and, you know, start doing what you do best, and then come back row and still be able to do what you do front row, but in the back row. And yeah, like, for example, like I said, internationally, right? If you're like, let's say if I was to go play internationally, like, would I be a good enough volleyball player to do what they do? You know what I mean? So I could be like, oh, can I hit? Because I hit where I came from. It's like, no, but there's like the 6'4" guy right here, right? This guy jumps like 11 feet high. It's like, you gotta play defense. Like, I can't play defense. Like, well, sorry, we wouldn't have a spot for you then. You know, it's like, no, you want to go there and you want to be able to set. You want to be able to play defense. You want to be able to hit. So whenever you do go out of town, whatever it is, you just want to go and explore volleyball. You know, like, be a complete player. So it doesn't matter where you go, right? So yeah. So just focus on being more of a complete player and be a sponge, be a student to the game.
Definitely. As deep
That's
as
some
that.
good insight.
What the hell? Sure, you sure this dude is not an old dude?
Wise beyond his years, man. You got a good head on your shoulder, man. Just your approach and your analogy of the game and relating it to life, because I always talk.
I'm like 35 years old, right? And I'm talking to these young kids like exactly the way what you're saying. You know, like, you gotta, you know, you can't just focus on hitting. You gotta feel like you can win the game anywhere on the court. You know what I mean? And, you know, to hear you, you know, preach that, and it's like, man, you're like the ideal volleyball player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that says a lot about your character.
And in sports, there's failure all the time. That's how you approach it. Because when you go and swing and hit and try to get a kill, 50% of the time you're gonna fail. They're gonna block you, and it's all about that bounce back, man. Like the percentage are kind of low, so it's always that bounce back. So all the time with sports, and that's the lessons that it teaches. So, man,
Yep. I agree with that. Yeah.
Dope as heck.
Yep.
All right, there y'all have it. Alan, thanks a lot. Make sure you guys visit hopefulencounter.org. Make sure you guys, go view that website, donate, volunteer, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. It's for a good cause. Okay.
Yes, for a good cause.
We'll check that out too.
Thank you.
That's Alan Moua, man. That dude,
Yeah.
wise beyond his years.
Yeah. You guys stay safe out there, Alan.
Yeah.
With
All
that
right, you guys too.
stuff
Okay.
going on.
Hey, Alan, if we'll stop recording, and then if you just want to stick around, we'll go through some logistics. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, there you have it. Till next episode. Thanks, guys.